How we doing, second and third graders? We are about at the halfway point here of our multiplication facts, as today we are working on our sixes. So again, I'm gonna work to make these videos a little shorter, as I know you guys are getting your practice in drawing these models. I'm gonna do one, and then I'm gonna switch to how we can break down some of these word problems that I'm gonna start throwing more into your assignments, and that you'll get when we start to practice these things more as you get into the future of your multiplication. So right away, just as we start, we'll start with just a regular problem of 6 times, how about 3? 6 times 3. A regular 6 times 3 problem. I'm going to do an array today. So to me, that means I'm going to make 6 rows of 3. So see if I can get it in front of you here. That means I'm going to go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 to represent our number 6. And I'm going to do that 3 times. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. All right. Again, remember, do your very best to keep them lined up. And then I'm just counting all the way. 6 plus 6 is 12, 7, or 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18. There's my array drawing for that. All right, drawings are just as important, however you decide to do them, when you get word problems. So you might get your word problem for today that you're going to get, not on your assignment, but just during the video, is Billy buys a new coloring book. There are 6 pages in his new coloring book. Each page has 4 different pictures on it. How many pictures are in his coloring book? So right away, you don't have to make the decision. I've already kind of told you that we're doing multiplication here. So we know, one more time, Billy buys a new coloring book. His coloring book has 6 pages in it. On each page, there are 4 pictures. How many pictures are there in the coloring book? So what we have to think about that, this is where these pictures really come in handy. I just want to think in my head and do my picture as I draw my problem. Billy buys a new coloring book. There are 6 pages in the coloring book. That means I'm going to draw what to me 6 pages in a coloring book would look like. And to me, a page looks like a rectangle. Now, we always try to keep art in math basic because we don't want it to take any extra time than it has to. But there's 6 pages in the coloring book. Now, on each page, it said there are 4 pictures. So on this page, there's 4 pictures. On this one, there's 4, and so on as I do it here. 2, 3, 4, 1. And finished. All right, so there's my picture. Now my next step, my question asks, I always want to go to the question part of my problem. It says, how many pictures all together? Well, these squigglies are my pictures that I drew, so I have to count all those. Now, also important when we get a word problem, oftentimes they don't give you your equation. That means you're going to have to write it. You're going to have to do 6 pages times 4 pages and write your equation out like that. Luckily, with multiplication, it doesn't matter which way you do it. So it's hard to make a mistake. And then 6 times 4, I just got to count my squigglies up. If I count them, 4, 8, 12, 16, 20, 24. I counted as I went, so I had a little bit of a head start. I get my answer of 24. So make sure you're doing that as you get some word problems, and as you get your bigger multiplication problems, remember to draw those pictures out, especially now that we are getting into those bigger numbers. When you get problems like 6 times 8, That's going to be tough to do. There's not really any tricks. We can't count by fives anymore. There's no double skip count by two. Until we memorize it and just know exactly what our answer is, which you all will get to one day, we want to draw that picture out to make sure these tough ones we really get. So that means 6 big circles. And I got mine kind of messy, but that's okay. And I'm 8 in each. And you'll realize it doesn't take nearly as long as you think that it might. In fact, you can time me on the video if you go back, pause, and restart exactly how long it takes me. That's how long it took me to take 8 dots in there, less than a minute. And then to count, I can go ahead and start at 8 right away with my first one. 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24. Easy to count when there's dots. 25, 26, 27, 28, 29, 30, 31, 32, 34, 35, 36, 37, 38, 39, 40. And then 8 more than 40 is 48. Got all myself there. It's a little messy, but everything's together and everything makes sense. I get my answer of 48. Make sure you do that now that we're getting to these bigger, harder problems. It might take you a minute or a few minutes, but it is worth it to get the right answer and to learn to do it the right way so that one day you can think in your head, 6 times 8, 48. Easy, and you're moving on. All right, if you're stopping here because you're in 2nd grade and you want to, get going on your assignment. Good luck. I'm going to throw a word problem in there for you too. If you want to continue on to division, do that with me as well. For the division, same type of thing. As we're getting bigger here, we're going to get to some of these bigger numbers. So we might have to see some numbers in there like 54 divided by 6. Again, what we want to do, we want 6 circles, we want dot, 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 dot in there. But this is where if you're starting to get really good at multiplication, you'd think, well, what problems do I know? Well, I just did 5s yesterday, and 6 5s was 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. That's not going to do it. I know 10s because I can skip count by 10s. 6 10s is 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60. Too big, but it's very, very close. And you might realize what your missing part in your whole and part is. But if you draw it all out, 6 circles, divide out 54 into each, or if you just start making rows of 6, I'll use my array drawing for this, just like I did before. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29, 30, 31, 32, 33, 34, 35, 36, 37, 38, 39, 40, 41, 42, 43, 44, 45, 46, 47, 48, 49, 50, 51, 52, 53, 54. All right. You can see I got going downhill, but everything stayed in a line. That was easy to do because I knew I could start with 6 and just keep going in a nice straight line until I'm done. Now to get my answer, all I have to do is count straight across. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. I made 9 lines across. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. I made 9 columns of 6. So there is my answer, 9. Very good. And very quickly, here to end our video, a word problem. Word problems that you might see for division here on that. You might get a problem that says there is 60 flowers in the garden. The flowers are arranged in rows of 6. How many flowers are in each row? So if we have to think about that, 60 flowers in the garden, they're arranged in rows of 6. How many rows? So rows go like this. 60 flowers in the garden, so I'm going to keep on making flowers till I get to 60. Then I'm going to count the rows. Arranged in rows of 6. Well, a row of 6 looks like this. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. This is where these arrays come in really handy. That's a row of 6. I'm going to keep doing that till I get to 60. Even though I know some of you know the answer, I'll keep on going until I get to 60. Now I'm counting in my head as I'm talking here till I get to my answer. Keeping everything going on a somewhat even plane here. Checking my work as I go. And then at the very end now I'm counting down. How many rows did I do? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So that must mean that 60 divided by 6 rows is 10 in each row. So watch out for that as you do your assignment today. That's where those arrays start coming in handy, maybe even more so than our picture drawings, although you can do it however way works for you. Good luck today. Get excited for those word problems.